I think a lot of people looking at our pictures would think that every time we go out, we come back with something worthwhile, and yet I know it's the same for you as it is for me. Most sessions are not productive.
Well, I think that's true, and it's difficult to put it down in a number, but I reckon four out of 5 times you go out, you don't necessarily come back. Certainly locally, which is my practice ground, I would say that's true. And even every 5th time you come back with something you're reasonably excited about it, in the long term it doesn't necessarily prove to be fantastically successful. And I think it's practice, isn't it? And it's not reasonable to, in many ways, I actually think it's not reasonable to create that expectation. So one thing I sometimes talk about in workshops is the curse of the masterpiece, which is a David Ward phrase, to give him credit.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you have this goal in your head of that perfect kind of picture where everything comes together. And in some ways, you could argue that's what we're trying to do, but it cannot happen almost by definition. So the main thing is to go out, exercise, get the physical exercise, and practice your photography. And I think that's what counts, really.
Easier said than done sometimes, though, isn't it? I can remember a trip we did to Norway where we sailed into Bergen on the ferry. 3 weeks later, we sailed out, and in between, it rained. Now, I know you like rain, Joe, but I have to say that was probably the worst trip ever, with just low-grade cloud and rain, and I came back with very little from that trip. And it happens. I've travelled all the way to Australia and ended up in a desert, in torrential floods and rain.
You see, my equivalent of that would be 3 weeks of unbroken blue sky with not a cloud there, which is equally bad.
A haze, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's
very
it's
little
difficult.
you can do with that.
It's quite difficult to adapt to those sort of extremes. I think part of the issue there is about what is your agenda, isn't it? So if you have if you've got a commercial pressure because you're working for a client and they're expecting something, most clients in the commercial world typically want sunlight and as much blue sky as possible, which is why I don't do that kind of work any longer, because I'm not very good at it. I can't take pictures in blue sky. I just can't. I cannot bring myself to get the camera out of the bag. I find it so harsh and unforgiving, and for me it lacks soul. So I might have been happy with your cloud and overcast in Bergen, but you still need the right kind of subject matter to bring it to life.
Yeah, I mean, often it's about turning adversity to advantage, isn't it? I can remember, for example, we did a trip to Laos, and they were slash and burning all the agriculture, and there was just this ash hanging in the sky all the time. So the light was just so hazy. All distant views were just lost. So I just had to completely turn that situation around and say, okay, the light for landscape work is pretty horrendous, but for people photography, for my travel portraiture, is actually a really beautiful soft light. And that's what I worked on.
Soft and warm and fascinating. And actually that soft background kind of renders rather nicely with an open aperture.
Absolutely.
And all of that, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was fun to do that. So that's what increasingly I'm trying to think, that there's always something. You've just got to change your approach.
Indeed, and it's often matching the subject matter to the ambient lighting, and that once you sort of develop that philosophy, then it tends to up your productivity in a way, I think, and not looking to make expected pictures, trying to make something unexpected. I think that's a very big creative step to take, but it's really certainly what I'm aiming for.
Well, that all brings us to the key topic of originality, doesn't it? That's a big one.
It is.